Hey, hi, and welcome back. I know it's been a minute. I know you've missed me because I've missed you. As always, go grab your box of kind herb, papers of your choice, get your letter. I got a new letter to show you, and let's get this on. We're not sponsored by it, but hey, bang, get at me. Don't forget your water. Go grab your snack if you need it, because we're going to buckle up. Welcome to Offensive Healing, and I am your host, Samantha Jett. And as always, it's time to roll a doobie. You guys, it's been 2 weeks since the last time I've dropped. Not just dropped, but it's been a little bit longer since I recorded too. It's been a wonkadoo fucking month, if I could even explain it that way, you guys. It's been nothing but nonstop, so I'm sure the first beginning part of this is going to absolutely be, housekeeping and upkeeping, and things have been popping off. Things have been going really great. Things are exciting. I'm excited for just about everybody around me and about me. Ooh, if that was really loud and I popped my peas at you, I apologize. So let's, without further ado, roll this a doo-doo-bee. I also think I might coat this BB in Keef. I want to get extra nice and medicated, so that way I am totally relaxed, because you guys, I think the main reason and the biggest reason I have not been on here and I have not been recording for you guys, and I'm really sorry about it, because I don't know if we've been going through it or not, but it's been a thing. This weather, I'm located in Michigan, you guys, and the weather we've had here in Michigan, oh my Lanta sauce, has caused my arthriticals to go wonkadoo. Seriously, they are all over the place. I have been in nothing but chronic pain, and as you guys know, I am into my sobriety, and chow, this month of January was hard, but I'm proud of myself, so I get that pat on the back. I did not execute everything gracefully, as gracefully as I would like to have. However, I'm okay with it, because here, I'm going to explain this to you guys. Aside from being in recovery and all of that jazz, I also myself have underlying issue with my skeletal system. I was a tomboy all my life. I was very rough on my body, and I did a lot of daredevilish type of things, okay? And I have wound myself up pretty injured. And I also kind of have to say, I spent years in the entertainment industry. I was a dancer. No, I was a scripper, right? Let's get it straight and quick. I loved it. I'm the worst person to talk to about it if you want somebody to have a negative spin. Okay, I am the worst person to talk about that industry if you want a negative spin, because I had a blast. I made a shit ton of money. I made a shit ton of friends. I had life experience. I had so much fun. It was toxic as hell, don't get me wrong, but I had so much fun. However, now that here we are about almost 20 years later, I tell you what, walking around on them fucking pleasure pumps, I'm feeling the effects. I was really proud of that upside down flip-a-doo I could do on a popo. But now I tell you what, that extra flip-a-doo-doo I wish I could do on the flow, because I can't get the fuck up off of it. So, not struggling, excuse me. Let me, I have to rework this, self-talk type of, dialogue I got going on, because even in the midst of my pain and everything like that, I did get a little down on myself. You know what I mean? I got a little hopeless, little victimization, if you will. So I had to stop and recalibrate what I was going through and what was going on, and adjust to myself why I was feeling the way I was feeling. So that way I didn't turn into a thing, because it could have turned into a thing. Meaning, if I when on my bad days, when I'm in a lot of physical pain, and there is nothing that's going to get rid of my physical pain instantaneously the way I would need, because I do, I was hit by a fucking truck, y'all. Okay, little disclaimer, a few years ago I was hit by a whole ass semi. So with that said, being in my recovery and then going through fucking weather and everything like I was the last couple weeks, it was really, really hard. And I had to, luckily I had my partner here, luckily I had my husband here, and he was able to help keep me strong. And normally I wouldn't even utilize him. I can't get my keef box up, guys. The keef part out is stuck. Oh, every time I do it like this for you guys, it rains on me. But then I'm able to get it. Oh, come on. Son of a motherless goat. Okay, anyway. Sorry, we're going to roll this in the keef. So luckily I had my partner here, because when I looked at him and I was like, I said it, I was like, in tears I said too, I was like, I want to go to the hospital. I'm in so much pain, husband. I want to go to the hospital. And he was like, for what? What are they going to do for you there? And I'm like, I don't know, do an MRI and like fix it. And he's like, they're not going to be able to fix it. They're going to send you a specialist. I said, okay. So, and I was like, okay, fine. Let me rephrase this. I want to go to the hospital because I want fucking drugs, man. My body hurts. I'm in pain. I can't take this no more. I can't take this no more. And he said, really? And I was like, yeah, that's how I fucking feel. And I don't like feeling this way because it makes me feel helpless. And he kept asking me questions about what I was thinking, feeling, and why I wanted to go to the hospital. And it forced me to have to slow down, calm down, and really like hone into what was happening. And I was like, okay, so I'm having severe problems. My back is now completely acting up. And now that I'm sober, and I even said to him in tears, I was like, I didn't get clean just to feel like this. And that is the most defeating fucking feeling I've ever had. And in that moment, he said, I'm really, really sorry you feel that way, because I've been doing fucking great. He knows, because the way I am, the way I'm wired, when if I tell you I'm going through something and you turn around and tell me that, you're going through it too, it makes me feel not alone. But in this sense, him saying, oh, I'm sorry you feel this way because I feel great, it wasn't him rubbing it into my face. Okay, you guys, don't take it that way, because I was a big indicator and a big helper and a big push for him to get into his sobriety. And he knows that my love language is acts of service. I thoroughly enjoy helping, and him giving me that little bit of a thank you fed me, so I was able to, okay, you know what I mean? It made me feel not so defeated. You know what I mean? It made me be accepting, like, okay, you're not slipping or having relapse into junkie mentality. You are just legitimately having a moment. So him being able to spew in with his little thing reminded me of that. Like, it was not for nothing. This too will pass, and as the day went by, it passed. He gave me a back rub. I took my stinging nettle and my turmeric, which is, you guys don't ever underestimate taking stinging nettle. Nettle leaves, it's an herb. You can get it in a little capsule container thing. You could probably order it loose. You can make tea out of it, whatever the shit you want to do. Nettle and turmeric is my go-to whenever I am like beyond pain. The days that I wish I could use and go get a pill or go get something or go get a shot in my ass, you know what I mean? Those type of days I will take turmeric and nettle, because also it's not just the junkie mentality. I do have underlying pain and problems like ruptured discs and shit, okay? Which I do not believe in surgeries. So that's a whole other thing. I don't believe in surgeries. I will be having no more surgeries. In fact, I am glad that I got my tubal ligation back when I did. However, the turmoil I went through during it sucked. However, ipso facto, I'm glad I got it. I wish I didn't. We'll deal with that one on another day. You guys, they have officially discontinued my flavor in the Bang world. Bang, if you can hear me, we have a serious fucking problem. The only one I liked was Ragin' Hibiscus. Alright, that Ragin' Raspberry Hibiscus, or whatever the fuck it was, that hibiscus one, that was my shiznit. You have taken it from me. And now, I am resorting to Star Blast. This is not what I want. This is not what I want. Bring back my hibiscus. Okay, that's done. I had to threaten the company. I'm for real. I liked what I like. You guys know I like what I like, and I like what I like, and that's what it is. Star Blast is all right. I'll get it. I'll get through it. It'll be fine. However, it's going to make me sick of it, and I'm going to have to stop drinking it, you guys. And I don't want to. I want to give you my money. Give me what I want, because I want to give you my money. Sorry, I had to like stem out there. We're going to like this doobie, guys, because I'm excited. Okay, so going back into my little story. So I was having severe back issues with this freezing rain, these frigid temperatures. We were below zero for like over a week and everything like that. And so in the midst of me crying in tears, begging to go to a hospital because I just wanted to not feel the pain that I was feeling. I was able, my husband helped me to, relax and calm down. And I was able to, you guys, I found my massage therapist. Not that she was lost, but my stonerisms in my stoner brain, I have been putting my self-care, I have been putting the part of my self-care which requires dealing with the repercussions of my accident. I've been putting that off for a long time, just because I've been in denial about being hurt in general. Like, I am one of those people, when something happens to me, like I've said before, I pack that shit into a nice little fucking box, place it in the middle of the fucking room, and I step and walk around it until I'm ready to deal with it. And I thought for the longest time I didn't have to deal with any of those boxes, but I kept tripping over them, you guys, and it was fucking horrible. So we have to work on those. So now I have to deal with the accident box. Because it brings up a lot of trigger for me. There's a lot of pain in there. There was a lot of trauma in just my accident part alone. So having to unpack that is going to help me to get better. Because if I don't unpack this and I don't heal from it and I don't get through this, the pain's going to come back. And it's going to keep manifesting as this arthritic pain that I have. And I know it. So I have no choice but to unpack it. And that's just going to be another fucking part of my test, my healing journey test. And we're going to get through it together. Because I don't think we quite realize the amount of trauma that we incur. I don't know the word I'm using, but I'm going to have to look that shit up. Incur. How much trauma we incur. I'm going to ask Google if this is a proper word to use in a sentence, because that shit... Is the word incur proper to use in the sentence, I have incurred a lot of trauma? Is used correctly. The word incur is used correctly in the phrase to incur injury. To incur injury is a phrase that can be used to describe when someone receiving an injury as a result of something that has happened, for example. Okay, so yes, haha. So the amount of trauma that we've incurred in these lifetimes, we don't really realize and process of how much of it is actually trauma and like really serious, like fucked up shit. And it surprises me how blasé we can be over such traumatical like steps. And I kind of had a little bit of an epiphany, because like being on this healing journey, getting myself sober, there's a few people around me that are also going through it and doing it as well. And just to like realize where we started and where we came from and like everything that came with it, like, no, we have incurred a lot of motherfucking hurt, pain, and trauma, and it affects us in a way that we don't even realize that it's affecting us. And it's not until we become into a space where we start trying to dissect ourselves and become one with ourselves that we actually even realize how traumatizing shit can be. So I have to tip into my fucking my accident now. I'm sure there's more traumatical things that I could like tip into, but this is where I'm at, because the pain level now is the trauma is now manifesting in physical pain. And one thing like Joe Dispenza taught me, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and I love him to death, and I'm so glad I found his videos, the placebo effect and everything like that, because it really did put a lot of things into perspective for me as the ability to be able to heal myself and like seriously pull myself into a good space, which then in turn has helped me to help pass the message and tell you what I've learned, so you can do it for yourself and hopefully gain yourself back up. So I know that if I sit here in the feelings and the emotional and the thought of ow, pain, accident, hurt, all that shit, like focus on just that, I'm setting myself for a long-term life of disability. Okay, I am, because the injuries and shit. But if I approach, ow, the pain hurts, as in, okay, now I have to process this shit because it's coming back as physical pain, because why? I have been ignoring it for the last 5 years. Since my accident, I don't think I have taken really good care of myself. First of all, the doctors had me on pain meds and everything like that, so I was able to just pop a pill and keep it fucking moving. So reality of it is I never dealt with it. Now I'm ready to deal with it, because now that I'm ready to be sober and there's no excuse for anything else other than sobriety, there's no other choice but to do the fucking work. I have to do the hard work, and I'll be grateful when I'm done. But thankfully, gratefully, over the years, I have met a team of people that I know are capable of helping me get through this, because it's the biggest thing to realize that we can't do everything on our own, that we do sometimes need others to help us. So I start my journey back into my physical care as far as for my back and everything. And I'm super excited. I have my first appointment with my massage therapist and my new chiropractor today, and I'm very hopeful. So absolutely, we're going to unpack that one. We're going to deal with it, because the simple fact of the matter is I could have died. I almost died. I should be dead. I should be dead a few times over. However, I should have been dead. I was hit fucking basically head on by a fucking semi in a toaster. I used to drive a 2005 Scion stick shit. I love me a toaster. I'm a car enthusiast. I don't try to act on it and talk on it, because people like, I don't know. I don't like talking cars with other people, because they're kind of dumb about it. Looks like this doobie. Yes. So, I was in a truck accident while also operating in a job life that was a little risque, to say the least. I can't speak on it yet. I got another couple years before I can speak on it. Me and statute of limitations. But no, I was hit by a semi in the middle of doing something for somebody else, for another company, that after everything was said and done, they dropped me. They let me go. Okay, they didn't let me go. They didn't drop me. I dropped them. However, when your top guy of your company gets hurt, you're supposed to have things implemented in a way that person can heal. You can't expect somebody to get hit by a semi and then being able to do multi-million dollar deals the next day. It doesn't happen. I was off by a couple $100,000. Okay, it happens. I miscounted. Shit, being a little off after having that fucking traumatic closed head injury, brain injury, I was good. I'm still good. But anyway, that's beside the point. But I was working 70 fucking hours a week. I was spending no time with my family. I was spending no time with my friends. I had no life. I had no lifestyle. It was just nothing but work, suppliers package, like all that kind of stuff. It was very much a corporate job. And when I got hit by the semi, it forced me to stop, because at that moment in time, I had no thoughts of stopping. This is what I was going to do. This is what I was going to be. This is what I was going to, The universe had different plans for me. It obviously did. And because it kept sending me little signals, because I would have dreams of getting into the wreck. I would have warnings of semi-truck wrecks. I got warnings for about a year that this was going to happen. And I pushed all of those warnings away like they were nothing. I seriously did. So when I actually got hit, I was not even surprised. So it was so blatant that this was universe, that when it happened, I washed my hands and I gave up everything, and I fucking sat down and I said, all right, universe, we're going to have to figure this out, what you have fucking in store for me, because this obviously ain't it. Because not just did I get hit by the truck, the kids at school was not doing well. They were not doing well in school. They were not being cared for the way I would have cared for them. They were being taken care of, don't get me wrong. But when you leave 3 boys in care of dad, grandpa, and uncles, you know what I mean? Like a house full of dudes. No, you're getting kids forgetting to brush their teeth and shit like that. Like, it was a dude house. And that was my role to be here as mom. And I decided that I was going to play the role of moneymaker. And yes, financially it helped us and everything like that. Was my relationship with my husband stronger? No for it. No, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? He couldn't understand, because I was salary, okay? He couldn't understand that why I would leave work and I'd have to come home and be on the phone with our overseas suppliers. And I had to explain to him time difference. And he's like, well, why can't you make those phone calls at work? I said, because if I were to make those phone calls at work, husband, I would come home for maybe in a half an hour to take a shit shower and go back to work. I would never leave my office. This is what it means when you are a CEO of a fucking company. And he didn't like it, and I don't expect him to like it, okay? Making the kind of money I was making wasn't even worth it to him to not have his wife here. And it wasn't worth it to me to not be there for my husband and my kids. It wasn't. There's no amount of money in this world you could pay me that would make me leave my home. Now that I fucking know better. Because in the beginning I didn't know better. And I put my job first. And I put my career first. And like, for instance, I came home. I'm a health nut. All right. I like to eat raw. Okay. I had raw nuts, and somehow the raw nuts had decided they were going to grow moths. So apparently a moth got stuck in the nut jar and cocooned, and it produced, and it turned into a fucking... I had larvae crawling on my ceiling, guys. Mind you, apparently the infestation had started 2 weeks prior to me even noticing. And all the kids, and the husband and the brother-in-law and everything, they were all trying to keep it clean. So I didn't notice. I came home surprised early one day to find what I thought were maggots crawling all over my kitchen, guys. And I'm not going to sit there. We can't sit there and say, oh, they should have been more on top of it. They should do it. They're men. The detailed work is meant for the women's, and they are to do the heavy fucking lifting. We love them, but they can do the little final details, but it's not going to be perfect. You're going to wind up with larvae. So, with all that was going on, that kind of dumb stuff was happening. My husband's trying to juggle his job, juggle 3 kids. 2 of them were under 5 years old at the time. It was a lot. So, when I got hit by the semi, and the job itself wanted me to continue and wouldn't even allow me recovery time, I knew right then and there that it was not a good fit and it wasn't going to work. So I walked away from all of it. I walked away. I said my family was worth more than that, and I came home and I took care of them. Have I regretted it? Fucking no. Absolutely not. The amount of shit that I have gotten into since quitting by far surpasses. Now am I grateful that I had the experience? Yeah, because now I know how to fucking do shit that I never thought I could do. And I got to learn on somebody else's dime. That was the best part. But so that's what I'm saying. So when I got hit and everything went the way that it went, it was so easy for me to be like, okay, but I need to be at home, and so I stayed here. Well, one thing, is the world is not perfect, or the life is not perfect, so therefore, it took me probably another 5 years, 6 years to fucking settle into it, because I was actually in straight up denial that I was even, hurt. I thought I could do everything that anybody else could do still, which I can't. I have limitations. So I went through a really depressive state. I really was down on myself because when I wasn't pulling in when my last check came through and my bank account started getting low and low and low and low just to be able to pay the bills, it was a really defeating moment and a really harsh moment for me too to fucking come to, because here I am being very financially independent. I was literally fucking boss bitch in the motherfucking shit. well, on the work field, not in the home field, because I was sucking as a fucking wife and a mother. But I was never nailing it in the work field. But once that was all gone, and I had to literally sit here with my fucking self, and I had no drive, no passion, no desire, no none of it, I wanted to go back, and I did. I tried to go back, and I think it was my son's birthday. I went back and I was like, listen, I don't want to be in the office. I just want to be like a worker. I can do the physical work that needs to be done, do this, do that. Well, we don't have openings, so you can have your job back or you can have nothing. So I jumped back into my job. I was there maybe 4 months. I was there 4 fucking months. And the requirements started leaching into my personal time. And that's when I pulled the plug again. And I said, I'm not doing this. I can't do it. This is my time. I would have put my phone on Do Not Disturb so they couldn't call me after I had punched out. You can't really do that as a salary. But I do what I want. That's how I always have operated. And I always will operate. No, the second it fucking became I could see that it was not going to be what I needed. It was not a good fit for where I was trying to go. I left. I did. I fucking left again. And this time I fucking signed out. I burned the bridge, if you will. And I did it with fucking pleasure, and I don't regret it. Because if I didn't burn the bridge, and I knew I could always go back to it, I never would have left the lifestyle. I never would have, and I would still be stuck. And you have to ask yourself, or not even ask yourself, like I seen this meme and it said, don't drink out of every cup, because one of them might have poison in it. And that cup was absolutely filled to the top with fucking poison. So, I've come a long fucking way. Literally a long fucking way. And I'm proud of myself for it. I'm doing fucking great in my head. I feel great about myself. My kids feel great about themselves. We're going all right. Now, here's the one little thing that mom has to deal with is the last little wipe me down of that chapter of my life. That part is now it's time to start caring for my new state of physical being after having closed that part. And I'm looking forward to it. Oh, because I could use it. I need this. Oh, my stomach. It's probably from drinking the Bang. I'm nervous. It's been 5 years since I have had any treatment on this back, and it has been very, very, very tumultuous for me. And I'm just looking forward to some sort of relief that is other than what I have been experiencing up until this point. You know what I mean? Nope, I'm happy. I am going to my chiropractor, you guys. Yes. So, I was talking to my friend, B-Rye, the OG B-Rye, and he has some like really good things coming up, and having that conversation with him and being proud of him and being able to speak to him in a very positive affirmational type of way, genuinely from my bottom of my heart, because I have so much love for him. And I just dude, you know when you just know that somebody's gonna do really good and they don't know it but you do, so every time something kind of happens you're like, ee! You're so excited for him. I am his big cheerleader. So, but anyway, talking to him and being there to be able to be there for him and in his joy, because it was a positive, joyous moment, it reaffirmed to me that I am supposed to be doing exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And I have finally accepted that, and I am okay with this. You know what's really funny is this is my second recording to the ending here, because I had the last one on fucking mute, bitches. The whole time it was on mute. I even uploaded, went to go edit it, and I'm like looking at it like, why is there no sound? Yeah, and then I looked at my microphone that was still beeping at me. But anyway, but talking to him, there was a few things that were absolutely validated for me. And yeah, I'm going to keep going with this because, like, yeah, because just like I said, this is just as much for me as it is for you, because together we're going to be fucking perfect, as we already are. We're a perfect mess. We're a perfect storm. We're perfectly perfect in our fucked up perfect shit that we have going on, okay? It is meant for us. What we have going on right now that we're molding and playing with, this is what is meant for us. So that is why I say that we're perfect, because we're constantly molding and changing and growing, and the perfect beings do evolve as we are doing. So pat yourself on the back, because I don't care what anybody says. If nobody has told you yet today, bitch, I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. Because you're doing things every day to improve who you are. Not from a place of feeling like I'm not good enough. From a place of saying, what am I capable of? That is such a powerful fucking mindset, bitches. What are we capable of? The power is in our fucking hands. We're going to do what we're going to do with it. But I really think that together, me and you, we're going to accomplish great fucking things. Every day. Because why? We're perfect. I said my new mantra or motto for 24 is, you're welcome. So you guys, don't forget to go out there and let a bunch of people know that being in your presence is a privilege. A bona fide privilege. So don't ever forget to bring that motherfucking you're welcome energy into a room. It's okay. Because we're perfectly perfect for exactly what the fuck we're doing. And we don't need anybody else to tell us. Why? Because the universe is listening. And as long as we keep our positive minds and our feet grounded on the ground, guys, because I'm not saying let's go get delusional and shit, because like I've said, we ain't gonna turn into no gosh darned unicorn. Not for real. With the and the I don't know. So let's not be delusional. But mentality, hell yeah, we can be unicorns. Why not? Nobody's told you yet today? Oh, hold on. Wait. I wanted to show you. Don't it look like a taser, you guys? Oh, I hit it upside down. Haha. So, look at, watch. Boom. 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 Yeah, I like that doobie. Don't forget to make today better than it was yesterday. Do not forget to do something good for yourself today that you didn't yesterday. Go drink your water. Take your supplements, because you're worth it. And if nobody has told you yet today, bitch, I am proud of you. And I love you. So go out there and do this thing. We got this.